This is part 2 of the head-to-head bow test. I'm Zach Herold, and you're watching a Rokslide gear review. Let's get into it. First off, I want to thank all these bow companies for participating in the head-to-head test.
I also want to thank Vapor Trail for providing a rest for each of the 5 bows, Stokerized for providing a stabilizer, and Black Gold for sending sight mounts for each of the 5 bows.
Full disclosure, these results are with my draw length, my arrow setup, and my hunting styles. So for different archers, the results may vary. Also, I'd like to note that these results are in no particular order.
I hunted spot and stalk and from tree stands with the Hoyt Venom Pro 30. I appreciated the shootability and ease of tuning when it came to shooting fixed blade and mechanical broadheads with this bow. Couple that with an excellent shot cycle due to the new HBX Pro cams and zero hand shock and helped me extend my effective range.
2 shots at 100 yards with the Hoyt Venom Pro, and they are about 8 inches apart, maybe 7.
The HBX Pro cam also offers a smooth draw cycle which came in beneficial when drawing back without animals noticing. Hoyt put a helpful reference sticker on the limb which explains which letter on the cam correlates to what draw length. I was not a fan of the rubber grip that came on the bow, but that was easily fixed by taking the grip off. The axle-to-axle length was a great size and lent to maneuverability during my hunting trips. Out of the hunts that I took the Hoyt on, I was successful on a spot and stalk mule deer hunt.
99.8 yards. I almost had a complete pass through.
The hunt ended with an easy to follow blood trail and a heavy pack out. I used the S2 model because I have a 27-inch draw length. It's no surprise that the PSE was the lightest out of all the bows I brought into the field, which made it easier to carry around on my hunts. I appreciated the warm touch the carbon riser offered and the size of the hand grip. However, I struggled with consistent shots with the PSE. This is partially due to my inconsistencies as an archer and the fact that the PSE has the smallest brace height out of all the bows tested. I noticed this especially when I was sighting in the bow with fixed blade broadheads and when in the red zone on animals, as I missed multiple deer with the PSE. When hunting out of a tree stand, I really appreciated how lightweight the bow was and it made it easier to maneuver in the tree. The dump into the back wall was the most aggressive, but that lent to producing the fastest arrow speeds out of all the bows tested, which equates to smaller pin gaps and more energy. Along with the arrow speeds, I appreciated the ease of adjustability offered from the cam system on the PSE. After all the adventures with the PSE, I never hit my mark on any animals and went home with tag soup. I took the Mathews on several different hunts, starting with deer and elk in September. The balance and shootability offered by this bow aided in consistent shooting time after time, and the smooth draw cycle ensured that I draw unnoticed when in the red zone. I was able to tune the bow to fixed blade broadheads with ease, which helped me have confidence in the moment of truth, and I appreciated the back wall on the Mathews considering it was a cable stop. I was not overly impressed with the grip on the bow, but it was not enough for me to want to remove the rubber grip. Whether it be carrying the bow while spot and stalking or hunting from a tree stand, the 29-inch axle-to-axle made it easy to maneuver no matter what situation I found myself in. It didn't take long with the Mathews in hand to have a successful hunt.
I just had probably 150 elk come by me and put the old Mathews to work on a bull. Hey, bull.
The Prime Inline 3 found its way on a couple of hunts. Right off the bat, I noticed the draw cycle offered by the inline can system and the insanely solid back wall. With one of the largest brace sights of the 5 bows I tested, I was able to sight the bow in for fixed blade broadheads with ease. The axle to axle of the Prime was the largest out of the bows that I tested, and while I noticed it quite a bit in the ground blind when hunting from a tree stand, tree saddle, or spot and stalking, the larger axle to axle was less noticeable. The Prime was easy to shoot consistently, which helped me have confidence in the bow itself, but due to it shooting arrows the slowest out of all the bows I tested, my slider maxed out at 75 yards. One thing I noticed when shooting the Prime was a slight vibration in the riser, but it was not enough to tarnish the overall shooting experience offered by the Prime. One of the hunts that I took the Prime on was a spot and stalk antelope hunt. I was able to get a shot at a doe and missed due to my own yardage error. The GearHead is noticeably different, with a 20.5-inch axle to axle and a shoot-through riser in a gridlock pattern. One can't help but wonder where all the string is going to come from when the bow is drawn back. A very unique feature it offers is the ability to move the hand grip left, right, forward, and backward. The draw cycle is very smooth, the dump into the back wall is almost unnoticeable, and the back wall is very solid, which was beneficial in hunting scenarios I found myself in. When it comes to shooting the bow, it performed in line with all the other bows. It wasn't until I shot 60 yards and farther that I noticed my group starting to open up. The most noticeable bonus to the GearHead is its size. Although it was slightly awkward to carry due to the shoot-through riser, the compact size made crawling, moving through thick cover, tree stands, and ground blinds easier to handle. The size also made it much easier to travel on airlines and in vehicles. The grip that comes with the bow did not fit my hand very well, but GearHead mitigates this by offering a pick a grip option, which allows you to choose a grip that fits your hand better. When the dust settled on the hunting season, I took the GearHead up tree stands, in ground blinds, and on lots of stalks. I missed a great whitetail buck on a stalk and had a whitetail doe jump my string and the arrow skip off her back.
All in all, I got to spend a lot of time in the field this year, and thank you once again for all the companies for making this test possible.
As for the results, it depends what is most important to you. If speed is your number one priority and you are a consistent shooter, then the PSE is the bow for you. If you want a smooth draw cycle, an insanely solid back wall, then the Prime or GearHead should be at the top of your list. If packability and maneuverability is your top priority, then the GearHead wins hands down. If zero hand shock, smooth draw cycle, and shootability are your top priorities, then you should be looking into the Hoyt and the Mathews.
For me, the 2 bows that offered the forgiveness, shootability, and draw cycle that I was looking for, all while maintaining a good arrow speed, was the Mathews V3X 29 and the Hoyt Venom Pro 30. If I had to pick 2 bows out of these 5 to go on my next hunt, it's gonna be the Hoyt and the Mathews. Again, I would like to thank Vapor Trail for sending a rest for each one of these bows, Black Gold for sending a sight bracket for each one of the bows, and Stoker Eyes for sending a carbon stabilizer. Also thank you to PSE, Prime, Mathews, Hoyt, and GearHead for sending bows to participate in the head-to-head test. These companies make excellent gear, so you should head on over and check them out. Thank you for checking out this gear review. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next gear review.